Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, I tell you, I'm having a great day here. I'm just sitting here looking at my new little pendant I got. Isn't this beautiful? It's a chalice. It's got a pentagon. It's a Wiccan chalice. And I just got this from Lady Angela's site. I had another chalice pendant, but I ended up losing it somewhere. So luckily I went to Lady Angela's site, rarewiccaspells.com, and I bought me a chalice pendant. Isn't that cool? We're going to talk more about the mystical Wiccan chalice and on Wednesday this week, on Wiccan Wednesday. So make sure to be here because we're going to talk more about this. And today I'm in my witch mode. I got on my cool witch shirt. Some of you guys have seen this, but those of you haven't, this is one of my new shirts. And I got that back. That was a Christmas gift to myself or a Yule gift. So I'm in witch mode today. And last night I had the best time. I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came out to our video. We had our show, The Witching Hour. Every Sunday we do that. If you haven't seen it, come out. It's Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern U.S. time and every other time zone in between. But find out what your local time is, and that's when it'll be on. But it's a live broadcast, and I was with Lady Angela and Lord Tony, and we had the best time. And you guys seem to really enjoy the show. Each week we're going to be picking a subject, a magical subject, and we're going to be teaching. So we're going to have a little class, a little ritual, and then we also answer questions. So we have a lot of fun. So come out and see us next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern U.S. time for the Witching Hour. Well, here we are. It's Monday, and I tell you, with all that witch energy, I've been watching the stars and the moon and the sky. I tell you, we got an interesting week going on astrologically. And I want to say welcome to all of you who are new here. For all our newbies, this is a tradition we have every week. On Monday at Spirit Channel, we have Horoscopes Monday. And what I do is I go through each day of the week and I cover all the astrology that's going on for that day. So you get a little psychic snapshot of what to look for energetically and astrologically each week. And then I give individual horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. Now, my horoscopes are unique here. Somebody wrote me and said, where do you get your horoscopes? I write these myself. I study the transits. I put them together. So I hope that you'll enjoy them. They are unique to Spirit Channel. And so, everybody who watches this video, all of you listening, you will get a private horoscope just for yourself, okay? So we're going to have that a little later. But while we're here, I thought we'd look at our big Zodiac wheel. Here's my big Zodiac wheel. How do you like that? Some people said, Bob, where'd you get that? This is from, it's an old one from the 1960s. It's a ceramic piece. And I bought it at a yard sale, I think it was. I've had it a few years. But I just love it. And it's got the sun in the center and then all the 12 Zodiac signs. And, the sun goes through all 12 Zodiac signs in a year. That's where horoscopes come from. So we're gonna talk about all that. But I thought I'd let you know, we're starting today with our sun in the sign of Aquarius. Where's our Aquarius here? Let me find it here. Oops, what is it? Here it is, Aquarius. I know it was here somewhere. There's Aquarius, our water bear. Happy birthday to all the Aquarians this month. We're going to be in the sign of Aquarius until February 18th. When we move over into, essentially till February, hold on a second, I wrote the wrong day. So, well, February 18th will be the last day of Aquarius. February 19th, we move over into the sign of Pisces. And we'll have more about that as we get later in the month. But I'm so glad you're here. And we're going to look at what's going on astrologically. So pull up your chairs, put on your thinking caps, and let's see what's in the stars for you. All right, well, here we are. It's Monday, and our zodiac forecast for Monday. I kind of feel like the weatherman. I should have like a chart back here, walk through the days like they do with the weather. I'm going to look into that, maybe some green screen. All right, well, here we are. It's Monday. We've got our sun in Aquarius, which is powerful air energy. Again, happy birthday to all the Aquarians this month. We've got our moon in Cancer. Ooh, that brings in that deep sense of feeling. We've got our sun conjunct Venus. Venus, the planet of love, and our moon is in opposition to Saturn. Now, what does all that mix mean? What it means is today you're going to be open to communication, maybe some flirtation. Deep feelings may be stirred. That moon in opposition to Saturn means be careful. Don't get carried away with your emotions. Try to take things a little lighter, have some fun. Even though the emotions are going to get intense, Try to act with wisdom. Don't get carried away and, get married on the first date or something, Take it slow. Be open to your feelings. Have a little romance, but don't lose your control. Don't lose your cool. Just keep it light, okay? When we go into Tuesday here, this week's going to be an interesting week. There's some challenges throughout the week. And, I always say with astrology, don't let the challenges scare you. Use this knowledge as a tool to get through it. By the way, I forgot to say, these horoscopes and all of the information in this video is for Monday, January 29th through Sunday, February 4th, 2018. So that's all week, okay? Now, Tuesday, we're going to have an interesting day because our moon is going to be trine Jupiter, which is always a powerful, good sign. However, our moon is also square Uranus. Our moon is in opposition to Pluto, and Mercury is square Uranus. What all this means is that communications will be challenged on Tuesday. Blessings will come, but you've got to be patient. Take things slow. Stick to what's in front of you. This is not a day to go extemporare, to go off the cuff, to make wild speculations. Keep everything very simple, very focused, because with that Mercury square Uranus, it's easy to step into the wrong words, mislead people, or start an argument, or get people all turned around. So keep it very simple. Keep it simple, special. One. KISS. Remember our KISS principle? All right, keep it simple. So that's how you're going to get through Tuesday. Now, when we go into Wednesday, the 31st, this is a day of powerful psychic power. It's a prophetic day, I believe. We have our moon in Leo, which is a fire sign. It is also our full moon. It is also the blood moon, which means it will be an eclipse. The moon will turn dark. It is also the blue moon, which is the second moon, full moon, in the month of January. We also have some other things here that are interesting. Our moon is trine Mars, which is that fire energy, and Mercury is square Uranus. Now, back on my predictions, back at the beginning of the month, I talked a little bit about this moon. I have said that we all want to watch world events. I believe that looking at these alignments, this is a sign of warning. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger, but I must be honest. The moon trine Mars means things will get flared up. It's a positive aspect, but it has the ability to turn very volatile very quickly. With Mercury square Uranus, this is a point of communications could be really challenged. I'm looking at this on kind of a global scale event, and as I've said, I believe that this combination of alignments could foreshadow a world event such as a war. Now, it doesn't mean war is going to happen this week, but it means that things are starting in motion, and this is a sign in the heavens, a warning. Be prepared for some major world events. So we're going to have to keep a watch on it. I hope that I'm misinterpreting it. I'd love to be wrong on this. But, historically, when we look at these sort of alignments, these do tend to foreshadow events that come to pass. So we'll keep an eye on that. Wednesday, what you want to do is I would use it more as a day to stay introspective, stay alone, meditate. Mercury square Uranus could have problems with communications. Easy, as I said, to get on the wrong track. This is a particularly challenging day for people working like in diplomacy. If you're working for an embassy or a State Department or some type of governmental agency, be very careful on Wednesday. It would be very easy to put the foot wrong and start a negative chain reaction, okay? So everybody be careful on Wednesday, full moon. Stay in, do your rituals, honor the great goddess if you follow that, and but don't get tangled up in politics or group events, okay? Now, when we go into Thursday, we also have a few more challenges. As I said, this is a little bit of a challenging week. We've got our moon in Leo, which is a fire sign, but it's in opposition to Venus. Venus is the planet that deals with relationships, so there's going to be a little challenges in the emotional area. Our moon is square Jupiter, and Venus is square Jupiter. Now, Jupiter in the zodiac is always a positive sign. It means blessings are coming, but these square aspects mean there will be delay. Okay, so this is going to be one of those days on Thursday where you're going to feel a little challenged in relationship. You're going to be challenged in financial situations. So you may find that, like particularly in business negotiations, could be a little bit of opposition to your ideas. Things in terms of financing could get delayed. Be patient. Don't lose your cool on Thursday. Again, try to stay calm. Don't let the negative aspects terrify you. Work through them, and then you'll have success, okay? When we go into Friday, things start to balance a little bit. Our moon is moving into Virgo, which will bring a sense of balance. It's a kind of more centered energy. Our moon is square Mars that day, which is a negative aspect, meaning your internal energies may feel a little heightened, but not in a positive way. And our moon, though, is trine Saturn, which brings in some wisdom. The best you can do on Friday is take things very slow. Don't make rush judgments. Don't rush through anything. Take your time. Be grounded. Be centered. Let wisdom prevail, okay? Now, when we go into Saturday, again, we have a little bit of challenges here. We've got our moon trine Pluto, which tends to increase long-term visions. However, our Venus is square Jupiter, which means that people may be a little slow to catch on to our vision. You yourself will have a sense of how things are going to go forward. It may be challenging to get people to agree with you or be on the same page. So when you're in discussions, continually repeat the long-term goals. Keep putting that out there. Eventually it'll sink in, but initially you may have some challenges. So Saturday is a day where you've got to really get beyond the nitty-gritty of the moment, because people may get tangled up in details and miss the bigger picture. So try to stay focused on that. When we go into Sunday, a little more peaceful energy. We've got our moon in Libra, which is an air sign. That promotes friendship, open communication. Our moon is trine Mercury. Again, more energy for communication. Venus is square Jupiter, but in this aspect connected to the others, this means that things in terms of romance may go a little slower for you. So focus on friendship. So rather than, if you have a date set up, instead of thinking like, oh, I'm in love, say, let's get to know each other. Take it slow, and you'll be better positioned to move forward in a relationship. So again, it's going to be a week where you're going to have to slow down a lot of these days. Remember, come back to your inner voice, come back to your inner wisdom, and we're going to get through. And let's all say prayers about the super moon on Wednesday, that will all come through that with no crises, okay? All right, now we're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel here, and we're going to look at each zodiac sign. Now, if you're listening and you're saying, well, gee, Bob, I don't know what my horoscope sign is, my zodiac sign is, listen up. I'm going to give the birth date after each sign. And when you hear the sign where your birthday falls in that range, that is your sign, okay? Now, if you're somebody who says, well, Bob, I listened to another astrologer, and I was an Aries in theirs and a Taurus in yours, who do I listen to? Listen to both zodiacs, because depending on what year you were born, sometimes the signs can fluctuate by a day or so. So you could be what's called a cusp sign. And a cusp means you're on the both edge. Listen to both horoscopes, because you'll start to realize which one you feel more drawn to. And chances are you may be a little of each, and that's okay. So anyways, hope that helps. Listen up. All right, we're going to spin around the wheel. Let's see what's in the stars for each of you. Excuse me, guys. I'm losing my voice here. Hold on just a second. All right. Our first sign on our wheel is Aries. And Aries is March 21st through April 20th. Aries, this week for you is a power week. You are feeling inspired. You're feeling like you've got the vision. Definitely, it's a week for you to push on business goals. Aries will find that they have breakthrough power in a lot of areas where a lot of people are going to be stuck. Aries, you slide on in and you win. So definitely focus on business, focus on finance. In the area of relationships, also focus on long-term goals there. It's a good week for Aries to really make progress in really business, as well as emotional success as well. A lot of friendship energy for Aries, a lot of creativity as well this week. Aries, also this week, highlighted for you are energies connected to business development. So if you've been thinking about starting your own company or expanding a business, focus on that as well, okay? Your keyword this week, Aries, is power. All right. Our next sign, Taurus, April 21st to May 20th. Taurus, you are seeing ahead of everybody right now. The challenge is that people may not believe you. You might say, oh, I see this happening, that happening. People aren't going to listen. Don't worry if they believe you. Just go ahead with your vision. People will eventually catch up to you and they'll say, oh my gosh, that Taurus person was absolutely right. This is a week for you to follow your inner voice, to follow that that insight. Don't let anybody dissuade you from it. In work, you may be thought of this week as a little unorthodox, and some people may question your judgment. Don't let that sway you. Continue on with your plans. In the area of relationships, stars, this is an area where you've got to be a little careful, though, because your partner may not understand your vision for how things are going. So you want to slow down, try to spend quality time talking and sharing from the heart. This week, you're going to have a lot of mental energy, but in personal relationships, try to talk more from the emotional side rather than the logical side. In the work, it'll be the exact opposite. But if you can follow that, you're going to have a stellar week. Also highlighted for Tauruses this week are issues connected to art appreciation. So good time to go to a museum, take in some art. Your key word this week, Taurus, is envision. See your vision and follow it. Envision. All right, our next sign is Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. Geminis, this week you are seeing and sensing things, so your psychic senses are heightened and highlighted both. But the challenge for you this week is that everybody wants your time and your attention. Don't let yourself get distracted. You can help others, but keep focused on your goals. Gemini's at a time of breakthrough now. There are a lot of areas in your life where you've been feeling delayed, particularly in the financial area. This is a time for transition. A good time for Geminis to focus on job searches or seeking promotions and advancements. The career area is very highlighted for you this week, very strong. In the area of emotional attachments, relationships as well, Gemini, you want to really spend your time in practicing the art of communication. Geminis, you may be feeling a little scattered, like you're forgetting to pay attention to people. And so this week, you definitely want to slow things down and again have that heart-to-heart talk, okay? That's going to really be important for you to have success in the personal life as well as the professional life. Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to travel as well. So it's a good time to see the world. And if you've been thinking about doing a move and starting a new job and a new life in a different place, now's the time to look at that as well. Your key word this week, Gemini, is focus. Focus on your goals. All right, our next sign is Cancer, and that's June 21st to July 22nd. Cancers, you are in the winner's circle all week. And, you know, it's interesting because what you see and you focus on, you get. And this is a very strong week for Cancers, particularly in the career area. Focus on your career goals, focus on promotion, advancement, financial growth. All of this is very prevalent for you. In the area of relationships, also, you are in the winner's circle. People love you. And if you've got your eye on that special someone, you want to really kind of cement that relationship this week. You want to really focus on that. For those of you Cancers that are in marriage, you're going to find new life and energy in your marriage. It's like you're going to want to take your vows all over again and start new just because you're feeling so inspired. This is also a great week for Cancers who want to focus on artistic writing. So if you're a Cancer and you've been inspired, think I want to write a book, write a poetry, write music, definitely do that as well. Put yourself out there, see and be seen, and you're going to make it this week. Your key word this week, Cancer, is achieve. Achieve your goals. All right, our next sign is Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. Leos, this week, you are going to have to be a little patient with people. You have the right vision, but your timing is not the best right now. Leos are going to find that people that they want to deal with are not really quite there yet. So take your time. Rather than force your agenda this week, Leo, particularly in work, lead them to you. Put out little feelers, little tidbits of knowledge that will be like, you know, food drawing them to you. And what you're going to find is that you don't have to work so hard to get them to understand, but you do have to, in a sense, woo people, wow them, be a little bit of an entertainer. You know, Leos, you know how to do that. In the area of relationships this week, Leo, you want to really focus on also flirtation. Make yourself draw people to you. It's not a time to go out and say, look, I'm a cool Leo, you have to love me. You just be sweet and gentle, let that Leo light shine. They're going to come to you, okay? Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to, finance, long-term financial goals here. So if you want to, for example, work on retirement accounts, 401k, definitely add that into the mix this week as well, and you'll have a good time with that. Your key word this week, Leo, is patience. All right. Our next sign is Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgos, the secret right now for you to get through this week is just do what you've always done. This is not a week for Virgos to be innovative and try new things and go out on a limb. Not that I'm trying to crush your creativity, but what you're going to find is if you do what you've always done and do it with more focus, it's perceived as new. So don't try to change things up radically right now. Keep on the same old, but that same old projects you further faster because you've got a system that works for you. In the area of relationships also, Virgo, try to be consistent. Be consistent in your words. Be consistent in how you deal with others. Not that you aren't, but you really want to make that a goal this week to try to treat everybody fairly and equally. And you'll find that you build good team rapport. And in terms of romance, your partner really feels comfortable with you, that you're stable. Also highlighted for Virgos this week are issues connected to spiritual studies. So it's a good time also to explore that spiritual self, maybe study, meditation or yoga, do a spiritual retreat. Your key word this week, Virgo, is steady. Just keep it steady. All right. Our next sign is Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Libras, this week don't get complex. There are too many variables in the zodiac this week that make people around you unstable. Kind of like the Virgos, if you keep it steady and keep it simple, you're going to succeed. Libras will find that this week that let their yes be yes and their no be no. Don't give a lot of gray room because people will take it and run for a mile. Libras, you want to be, I don't want to say the word fundamentalist, maybe that's too harsh of a word, but this week you want to be just kind of by the book, this is how it is, and don't get too complex with the details. That way you'll have an easier week. In the area of relationships, same thing, Libra. Let your yes be yes and your no be no, and don't waver on stuff. You're going to find also, Libras, that people, particularly in your social circle this week, are looking to you to kind of be a leader, to set direction. So you're going to find yourself being asked to give your opinion and advice to a lot of people. Be present, give the advice, but keep it in the boundaries that we said. You're going to rock it. Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to creative writing. So a good time to write some poetry or write a book or create something. Your key word this week, Libra, is simplicity. That's a good one. All right, our next sign, Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpio, this week, you are going to find that to have a friend, you have to be a friend. And so connecting to others is going to be very important in business as well as in personal life. Teamwork is a big part of this week for you, Scorpio. Scorpio, sometimes you want to go it alone. You tend to get that introspective mode, that deep, quiet mode. This week, you've got to kind of come out of that shell and allow others in. And as you do that, you'll find that not only do they come with a hand of friendship, they actually bring talents and gifts that are going to be a blessing to you. So be open to allowing new people into your circle at work as well as in personal life. And you're going to start to see some improvement this week in how things turn out for you. Also in the area of relationships, Scorpio, this is not going to be a big week where it's like, oh, I'm so crazy and mad in love, I want to get married. Take things very slow in the romantic area. If you have a partner who's all hyped up and says, we have to make a commitment now for life, you want to just calm them down and say, I'm not going anywhere. Let's take our time. You're going to find that friendship is going to be predominant over passion. So let friendship guide you in all things, and you'll have success this week. Also highlighted for Scorpios here are issues connected to occult studies. So it's a good time to delve into some astrology or spiritualism or Wicca, any of that. Your key word this week, Scorpio, is friendship. Our next sign, Sagittarius, November 22nd through December 21st. Sagittarius, you're going to find that you are the peacemaker this week. People around you may be a little erratic with that full moon energy and some of these other transits. And you're going to find that you're in this place of centeredness. You're in this place of clarity. Allow that wisdom that you carry as a Sagittarian to permeate your environment. In your work this week, Sagittarius, be the voice of wisdom. Speak the truth. Even if people think you're wrong or don't agree, the fact is if you're speaking from your higher self, you will bring the knowledge that everybody around you needs. As I've always said, Sagittarius are the natural teachers of the Zodiac. And so this week you're teaching peace, you're teaching centeredness, you're teaching focus. All of that's going to be part of your chart this week. In the area of personal relationships, also the same thing. You may find that your partner is suddenly feeling a little disoriented or lost, and you're going to be that voice of wisdom. It says, there, come back to center. We're together. We're going to work this out. So let your wisdom guide in romance as well. You're going to have a good week. Also highlighted for Sagittarius this week are issues connected to education, particularly higher education. So if you've been wanting to go get a bachelor's degree or master's or doctorate, good time to look into that. Your key word this week, Sagittarius, is peace. All right. Our next sign, Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Capricorn, as I've said it before, but it's true, you're the natural leaders of the Zodiac. This week, you're going to find that people step out of your way and let you really focus. So what you've got to do is use this time this week to focus on your goals, focus on longer-term goals as well as immediate. You're going to find that you have this rapport with energy this week where you're able to kind of get things done quickly and efficiently. You may not have the best experiences in teamwork this week, Capricorn. Not that I'm against teamwork, but you're going to have to be more independent on your own this week for real success, okay? In the area of relationships this week also, this is a time where you want to kind of work on your relationship goals. If you've been kind of dating somebody and you want to say, you know what, I really want this to be a steady thing, this is a week to step up and say that. And if you're in a marriage, and you're feeling a little challenged, this is a good time to work on re-cementing that bond. It might be a good week for counseling. You're going to find that in relationships, you're able to bring balance and healing and nurturing. And that wonderful Capricorn earth energy really is balancing to many people. So be that balancer as well. You'll be awesome. Also highlighted for Capricorns this week are issues connected to the performing arts. So a good time to go to the theater or maybe even join a theater group. Be open to your creative side, particularly in music or acting, okay? Your key word this week, Capricorn, is goals. Focus on those goals and achieve them. All right, our next sign is Aquarius. Oh, I love Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. Happy birthday, Aquarians. January 20th to February 18th. Aquarius, this week, you are really in touch with your psychic self. That blood moon is really working on Aquarians. They're feeling that deep energy inside, and they're prophesying and having visions. And if you're an Aquarius this week and you're getting ideas that may seem a little outside the norm, don't dismiss them. Know that right now you're in a very psychic place, Aquarius. You're feeling the spirit, you're feeling communication all around you. Trust your inner voice, trust your insights, and move forward. In the area of relationships, Aquarius, you're going to find that this also applies. You want to really just let your heart lead you. Your heart and your mind are actually very well connected this week, Aquarius. Normally, Aquarians tend to be more cerebral rather than emotional. And that's why a lot of times Aquarians are accused of being distant or not caring. But Aquarians really do care, but they care from a higher place many times, which most people perceive as detachment. And that's simply not true. They are not detached. And this week, you're really going to be able to be present with others. So be present, speak from your heart and your mind. You're channeling light and truth. You're going to rock it. Also highlighted for Aquarius this week are issues connected to business development. So a good time to make deals, connect with people, and advance your career. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is trust. Trust that inner voice. All right, our next sign is Pisces, and that's February 19th to March 20th. Pisces, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. You're going to find that right now is what you want to focus on. The things that are before you are literally what you got to work on. Now, you may have on your desk here work that you're saying, oh, that's something I'm working on that's going to be happening in 6 months. Let that sit this week. Work on just the most immediate of stuff. You'll find that the breakthroughs you have are on immediate projects. The longer term project's probably going to sit a little while. Don't stress it, but just go back to what's important right here, right now. That's how you get through. In the area of relationships, also, actually very similar energy. Try to focus on the short term rather than the long term. People around you right now, Pisces, may just not get the longer vision, and that's not your fault. It's just the energy that's present. So focus on terms of, immediate goals, immediate successes, and that way people will be on the same page with you, okay? Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to travel. So a good time to go see the world and maybe withdraw a little bit from some of the rush as well. Your keyword this week, Pisces, is now. Focus on now. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe we spun through our whole zodiac wheel? It's amazing, isn't it? Well, like I always say, and I have to say it because it's so true, when you're at a time in your life of challenge, of distress, don't give in to despair. Just don't. Pause, take a deep breath, and look to the stars. The zodiac wheel above us is always spinning. And what that means is that we have help in the heavens. Each day brings a new sunrise and a new rotation of the zodiac. And that means more opportunities for blessing. So have faith, hope, and keep love in your heart. Let the stars guide you. They're your friends and allies on the journey. And as I always say, like this week we had a lot of challenging aspects. The stars don't control you or compel you. They guide you. So when you see those challenges, you also know that there are other star systems that are bringing in power to move through those. So don't give in to despair. You guys are the best. I am so glad you're here. Listen, if you want to get some more psychic insights and help, you might want to also pop over to my website at robert-hickman.com. I'll put the link in the info box below. Visit my bookstore. I got wonderful books over there, messages from Rose. Those of you who came to our Saturday Night Seance heard Rose speak this week. So that's her, and you can learn more about her. We got Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom over there, and Ouija Mysteries, and a few others. So definitely pop over to my website and get some books. Well, you guys are best. Listen, thanks for being here. I love you guys. Sending you my blessings. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Messages from the spirit world tomorrow. That's right. So make sure to be here. That's where I do little mini psychic readings for people that write in. So you can send me your questions at my email at the link below, or put them on this video as well. Just ask your psychic question or write to me. We'll get you in. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I love you. Sending you blessings. We'll see you back here tomorrow for messages from the spirit world. And until then, may you always blessed be.